Crypto market, welcome back. Tuesday morning, guys. We've seen some strong negative momentum coming from pretty much all across board. Now, that doesn't come as a surprise. The market is extremely volatile right now, and actually that suggests that the bullish market is on the run. So we're basically in a bullish market. I don't think it's a technical correction to the bear market anymore. I feel that this is a new bullish cycle, and since it's so volatile and so violent, I think that actually confirms the case. Now, we've seen some strong moves on the downside, but I want to show you the interesting technical picture coming from the front on the Zcash. So the Zcash, I was following the Zcash very carefully. I wanted to see the moment it was going to be able to break above that mighty resistance level at 81. Price was trading inside that, inside that setup, trading sideways, basically ever since April. And even though there were a few violations, especially here on the downside, eventually I came to the conclusion that price was still confirming to that system. So I wanted to see when was the moment price was going to break that 81, because that was going to suggest that the sideways movement is over and we're back on the upside. And I have to say, the Zcash, if you compare the Zcash to other leading coins, we find it to be lagging far behind the leading pack. Now, I would say probably 50%, probably 60% of the leading coins have already reached their first 23.6 Fibonacci correction, and we're referring to the 23.6 correction of the whole bear market that ran across 2018. So as you can see, the Zcash is actually quite far from that 23.6. In fact, the 23.6 is not even this level that I keep showing you here at 134.80. That's actually right here at 200. That's how far we are from that first 23.6. Right? Now the 134.80 I also would like to acknowledge. I think that's an important key level. Now I based this key level only on visual, basically only on my visual interpretation. I want to show you why I think this is a massive key level. Take a look just a few months ago, right, at this area. Take a look what happened here. Price was basically acknowledging 3 consecutive weeks trying to break through that key level and failed, right? And then we had quite an interesting gap. Price just jumped over that key level and then started to attack it from below, keep failing. How interesting is that? So it was a massive pivotal point, right? And I think it could be a very interesting price target, the first price target on our way up. Now I'm going to take it back again to the daily chart, because here is where we fine-tune the actual entry to this position. So I decided to pull the trigger here just recently, just probably about 3 or 4 hours ago. And I've done that on the base of price failing to break that 81 from above, right? We've seen that breakdown. We've seen that break up just probably about a week ago. And price based itself above 81 here and started to trade sideways. Keep testing that level from above, spiking it a few times. Even today, we started pretty strongly on the downside, I should say. But as you can see, price is once again bounces back up. So price tries to tell us something, I think. It tries to tell us that this 81 level is here to stay. That was a massive resistance, now probably as massive as a support level, and price will probably continue to react accordingly, meaning it's going to completely bounce back up and resume the original upside move. Now, if that's the case, guys, so I pulled the trigger here, but I started I kind of engaged with a small position. I'm kind of testing the water. I want to see price actually turning around, right? It's not enough that we have these lovely reactions on that 81. We actually want to see price begin to move away and break away to the upside before actually bringing the big guns and reinforcing this position. So last words I have to say here. Coming back again to the long-term cycle, we're aiming at 134, which is probably about 60% of potential return or something like that. That's pretty impressive. And eventually to 200, guys. So now we're talking about 130% of potential return. We're talking about, you know, crazy numbers here we have here on the Zcash. So I believe this is really interesting stuff. I will have to come back, follow up, and keep you posted on this one, and that's exactly what we'll do. In the meantime, we'll see you in the next video.